clear the hands, pop up, show the elbow hand, punch here, and I'm gonna turn him because I did it. So we're finishing here, right? Here. And all you do now is instead of going to the mount, like abandoning these grips, we're gonna maintain this and then use our one to trace back to the wrist. Okay. And then punch this down and make our figure four connection. Okay, so I'm holding his wrist, holding my wrist, figure four. Anytime I do a figure four to somebody, I'm trying to actively break their bones here. I'm not just holding like this. Always squeeze it, okay? Now, you can be sneaky maybe and get that foot over. There's a good chance they'll catch it, right? So what I like to do is as soon as I get this, or maybe at the same time I'm getting this, I like to kind of Superman here. And I find the downward pressure that I'm giving them, almost nobody can catch me at half guard. Because it kind of like when I do it full speed, it's almost like they get punched in the gut, okay? And maybe because I'm a little bit in the head side. Watch how I bring this. There's a lot of different ways you can finish this, right? I can probably show you 10 different variations. I'm going to show you the most secure way that you can probably do the most damage if needed. Okay? So I'm going to bring my elbow down, switching my hip here, and now I'm going to step over. Okay? And I squeeze my thighs together. So his hips blocked in both directions, and his upper torso is blocked in both directions. Okay? Still got this good grip. Watch how I move the elbow to basically to my chin. Okay, and he taps. Okay, notice I bring my chin to his elbow. I bring his elbow to my chin. Tapping. Okay, so this is getting a submission with no rotation yet. Okay, so let's say I'm gonna do it looser now. Okay, and when you're gonna rotate, I see a lot of people get submissions like this. Okay, and yeah, he's tapping. But watch the difference. Engage your core and then rotate your core. Okay, so now I'm using. You good?
Yeah.
Now I'm using my core and all that power to break versus my arms. Okay, I'm using the strongest muscles available. Okay, because there's gonna come a point where you're doing this to somebody that's bigger or stronger than you, no matter how big you are. You good? Okay. So bring that elbow to your mouth and then rotate the core. And if you have trouble with it, hit them with the center still. So Caleb's going to do a hip bump sweep to me. Don't freak out. Push. Okay, look how he kept the arm, right? He never got off of it. Grabs the wrist, secures it. That sucks. Bring the elbow to the mat. You see how I feel the elbow in my hip? Bring it back here. Step over the head. And squeeze, bring the elbow. Kimura bump sweep. Bump sweep to the Kimura. That's what I like to do it. There's 1,000 different ways to finish a Kimura. I don't like it because it's very. I love doing submissions where I can lay on people. Like I cover them like a blanket, right? Versus giving space and all. I was watching somebody else do it Saturday, and they were giving like a ton of space. And the thing is that if you give advanced guys space, they're gonna figure out a way out. Okay? So when everything's tight, they stuck, right? And now I can take my time. So this version of the Kimura, in my opinion, is much more devastating, but safer. It's devastating because I'm getting my tap before I even incorporate rotation. So I technically could continue that rotation and actually destroy that shoulder. But because it's so controlled, I can do it as slow as I want. That way I can get my taps nice and easy and not have to. You never want to have to do a submission to where I gotta race you to get the submission. That's when injuries happen. I gotta hurry up and crank you or you're gonna get out. He's not going anywhere. So I can do this Kimura slow and controlled as I want. Okay? And if I had to, if I'm getting my taps here, I still got all that to do. Okay? Questions? Cool, let's do it. 3, 2, 1.